Good evening and welcome to
One Take Old Movie Reviews. I'm Barbara.
And I'm David. And the reason we call it One Take Old Movie Reviews is because we only do one take. So what you get, what you see is what you get.
We watch old movies because we don't like the political bent of the recent movies in Hollywood or the liberal hacks that star in them. So we are watching old movies. So tonight our movie was?
Our movie was Run Silent, Run Deep. It's a 1958 movie set in the South Pacific. A little different than the usual movies we review. This is not a Western. This is a World War II at sea movie starring Clark Gable, Burt Lancaster, Jack Warden, Don Rickles, and Frank Gorshin. So it really had a star-studded cast. And the storyline is that Clark Gable was a commander of a submarine that had been sunk in the South Pacific, and he wanted to go back to sea. Burt Lancaster was a lieutenant who had served on another submarine and thought he was in line to take command of the Nerka, which was the name of the submarine. But Clark Gable sort of pulled rank on him and took over command of that ship. And so much of the movie itself deals with a conflict between those two characters.
And the crew. The crew was really excited to have Burt Lancaster be their captain, their new captain. So, and Clark Gable had been at a desk job for a year since his first submarine was sunk. But anyway.
And a lot of the show was about set inside a submarine, so you can imagine, because I can't imagine what it would be like to serve in a submarine. I couldn't do it. I don't think most of us could. It's very tight quarters. It's I'd have, what do you call it? Claustrophobia. I'd have claustrophobia. I couldn't do it.
I would have to take perfume because everything would stink. I know it would. Anyway.
It takes a very special person to do it, and I deeply admire those that do, because we do require their services. And so a lot of it was set in, like I said, in the South Pacific, and it all leads up to their re-entering an area where 3 submarines had been lost. And this was when the Commander Richardson, that was Clark Gable, disobeyed Navy orders and went into this area because he was looking for a certain ship that had sunk his submarine earlier. And that was called the Akakazi. And I happened to look this up. That was the name of an actual Imperial Japanese Navy ship. So that's just a little bit of interesting information, a factoid from the movie. Yeah.
The thing is that once they sunk that ship, they actually did it. I mean, he put them through drills and drills and drills. Anyway, they found out that it was a submarine that was sinking all of the other ships. So, anyway, in the end, it worked out really good. But there was one, I left because I can't stand to see people die or suffer, or, you know. So, anyway, it was suspenseful at one point.
And that was one thing that you would expect. A bad thing that happened.
One take. We're doing this in one take. We're trying to stay. We're trying to stay within 5 minutes. It's not going to stop.
Anyway, in that sense, it was a good movie, very enjoyable. By the way, the name Silent Running refers to the submarines turning off all the engineware, so that they basically are silent in the water.
Undetected, yes.
And probably most interesting part of the movie is when these submarines detected each other toward the end of the movie, and they both turned off their gear, trying to spook each other out. And of course, when they sit dead in the water, they tend to sink. So they couldn't keep that up long. But if you want to learn more about it, you'll have to watch the movie.
Run Silent, Run Deep. Burt Lancaster, Clark Gable, Don Rickles, Jack Warden,
and Frank Gorshin, who you may remember as the Riddler in Batman.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's time for our star rating.
Oh, I would give it a 3.5 or a 3.5. It wasn't my kind of movie. You know, it was a 3. It wasn't my kind of movie.
I think I'd give it a 4. It was a good movie, but there's an awful lot of, what would you call, vocabulary that the sailors
And
should throw
technical.
back and forth, and technical terms in
Yeah.
a submarine. But if you like that sort of thing, it's your kind of movie.
Yeah.
Hope you'll
Yeah.
watch us next time. We'll
Yeah.
try not to have anything going off. So that's it.
One take.
Take care.
This is our one take. Okay.